You've probably heard it a million times. Just get more sleep. But what does that really even mean? Today, we're going to go way beyond those generic tips. We're going to build a powerful system based on 4 pillars that actually puts you in control. We're turning sleep science into your own personal toolkit for truly incredible rest.
So let's start with something I bet a lot of you can relate to. It's late, you know you should be sleeping, but instead you're scrolling on your phone, you're binging one more episode, you tell yourself, I just need a little time for me. Sound familiar? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. It's a massive challenge in our always-on world. Turns out this actually has a name: revenge bedtime procrastination. It's this deep need to claw back some personal time that got swallowed up by a crazy busy day. And look, that feeling of control is so tempting, right? But what we're really doing is trading short-term fun for the long-term, incredible health benefits that only quality sleep can give us. But what if you didn't have to choose? The real key here is to stop thinking about sleep like an on-off switch. It's not. It's a system that you can actually manage and control. And it's built on 4 powerful pillars. So let's build that system right now, one pillar at a time. Our journey starts inside our own bodies with Pillar 1, your master clock. This is all about the deep biological forces that are running the show, telling you when to feel tired and when to feel wide awake. Understanding these is the absolute first step to working with your body instead of constantly fighting against it. So there are 2 key engines driving this whole operation. First, you've got your circadian rhythm. That's your body's internal 24-hour clock. Think of it as the timing system. It uses light as its main cue to tell your brain, hey, release cortisol, it's time to wake up. Or, okay, release melatonin, it's time to wind down. At the exact same time, you have sleep pressure building up. This is your body's desire for sleep. A chemical called adenosine piles up in your brain every single moment you're awake. The longer you're up, the more pressure builds until you just have to rest. Okay, so if we all have the same 2 systems, why are some of us up at the crack of dawn while others are total night owls? Well, that's where your chronotype comes in. It's basically your genetic programming for sleep. So let's figure out which one you might be. These 4 chronotypes are a really powerful way to understand your natural energy. Lions, they're your classic early birds, sharpest first thing. The majority of us, about 55%, are bears. Our energy just kind of follows the sun. Then you have the wolves, the night owls, who get their best creative burst late in the evening. And finally, the dolphins, who are really light-sensitive sleepers. Now, this isn't just a fun label. This is about strategy. Knowing your chronotype means you can stop fighting your own biology and start scheduling your life around your natural peaks. Okay, we've covered the internal clock. Now let's move on to Pillar 2 and build on that, the perfect sleep environment. This is all about engineering your external world to perfectly support your internal biology. If you only remember one single thing from this entire section, please make it this number. Scientific research is overwhelmingly clear. The ideal temperature range for your bedroom is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 Celsius. And you know what? Most of us are sleeping in rooms that are just way too warm. So why does this matter so much? Well, here's the crucial part. Your body's core temperature actually needs to drop to kickstart the sleep process. So a cool room doesn't just feel nice. It's actively helping your body do what it's trying to do. A warm room literally fights against it, which means you'll be more restless and get less of that amazing restorative deep sleep. And here's a cool little hack. Taking a warm bath an hour or 2 before bed can actually speed this up. As you get out and your body starts to cool down, it sends a powerful signal to your brain that it's bedtime. The other 2 keys to creating your perfect sleep sanctuary are just as critical. You need total, absolute darkness and quiet. Remember, light is the #1 signal for your circadian rhythm. Even tiny little bits of light from your phone charger or the streetlight outside can mess with melatonin production. Basically, you want to turn your bedroom into a cave. Cool, dark, and quiet. All right, on to Pillar 3, your 24-hour routine. This one is huge. A great night of sleep doesn't just magically happen when your head hits the pillow. No way. It's the result of all the choices you've been making all day long. Let's walk through a day that's built for sleep success. First thing in the morning, get outside for some direct sunlight. That's like pressing the reset button on your master clock. Then, by the afternoon, it's time to cut the caffeine, ideally about 10 hours before you plan to sleep, so that sleep pressure can build up naturally. If you got a nap, keep it short, under 30 minutes. The sweet spot for exercise is late afternoon. It helps your body get ready for that temperature drop we talked about. And finally, be really careful with alcohol in the evening. It might make you feel sleepy at first, but it absolutely wrecks your sleep quality later in the night. This all leads to a really fascinating idea that's backed by some serious research. It's not just about the quantity of sleep you get, but the timing. As Dr. David Plans puts it, there seems to be a golden hour for falling asleep that lines up perfectly with our body's natural cycle.
And check this out. The data is pretty stunning. A huge study of over 88,000 adults found that the people who fell asleep between 10 and 11 p.m. had the lowest risk of heart problems. But those who went to bed after midnight, a 25% higher risk. Even going to bed before 10 p.m. was linked to a 24% higher risk. It seems that 10 to 11 p.m. window really is the sweet spot for your heart health.
So, how do we make sure we hit that golden hour? With a wind-down routine. I love this analogy. Your brain isn't a light switch you can just flick off. It's more like a jumbo jet that needs a long runway to descend for landing. You need to start this process 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. That means stopping stressful work, dimming the lights, cooling the room, and switching to something relaxing. This gradual descent is the secret to a smooth landing into a deep sleep. And that brings us to our final pillar. Pillar 4, your body in bed. You've done all the prep work, your biology's primed, your environment is perfect. Now it's all about what happens once you're actually under the covers.
Believe it or not, your sleeping position can have a massive impact on your health. If you have neck or back pain, sleeping on your stomach is the worst because it twists your spine. Back or side sleeping is way better for alignment. If you snore, sleeping on your back is a no-go since gravity can block your airway. And for anyone with acid reflux, this is a game changer. Sleeping on your left side helps keep stomach acid down, while sleeping on your right can actually make it worse.
Here's a really useful metric you can actually track yourself: sleep efficiency. It sounds technical, but it's super simple. It's just the percentage of time you're actually asleep compared to the total time you spend in bed. A good, healthy score is 80% or higher. So if you're in bed for 8 hours but only asleep for 6, that's a 75% efficiency score, and it's a clear sign there's room for improvement. So there you have it. We've built our 4-pillar system. And listen, the goal here is not to give you a rigid set of rules that you have to follow perfectly. Not at all. The goal is to hand you a toolkit so you can become your own sleep expert. Let's do a quick recap of the toolkit. Pillar 1, get to know your master clock by understanding your unique chronotype. Pillar 2, engineer your environment. Just think: cool, dark, and quiet. Pillar 3, optimize your entire 24-hour routine, because great sleep starts the second you wake up. And Pillar 4, pay attention to your body in bed, from how you're positioned to your sleep efficiency. And honestly, this is the most important takeaway of all. Don't aim for perfection. This is all about experimenting. Become a scientist for your own body. Try adjusting just one thing at a time. Maybe drop the thermostat by 2 degrees tonight, or stop drinking caffeine an hour earlier, and just see how you feel. It's a personal journey of discovery. So, I'll leave you with this one simple question. Thinking about the 4 pillars we just talked about, what is the one small change, the one pillar you can start working on tonight to begin building your own perfect system for sleep?